Yo, what's happening, man? RC the Trackaholic. It's the Cide Show. I got my man right here, F.Lee, in the building. What's happening, my mans?
What's going on, man?
What's the deal? Hey, bro. I want to start this by saying, bro, you're a legend in this town. You know what I'm saying? I've heard a lot more about you than I know of you. Well, except for what I read. But yeah, this is gonna be a good one because people need to know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Can you run me like right from the gate from the beginning of F.Lee? Well, look, even before rap, like I mean, like what's the beginning of F.Lee?
Okay, F.Lee. I got the name F.Lee from just being in the streets doing graffiti. Started out,
word?
yeah, we started out. You know what I mean, from back in the day, tagging our name.
B-boy shit.
Everywhere. Yeah.
Okay.
Used to run with a lot of old school cats like me, Sourdough, D2O.
Wow.
Kenny,
Yeah.
Ken Crime,
Right.
just different people from the South End, you know what I'm saying? Skis, yeah, and I started tagging my name everywhere. That's what it was about. It was kind of like a popularity contest to see who can get their name up the most, and then people start recognizing the name and wondering who you were.
Right.
So
right.
that's where the name originated from.
All right. So that's original B-boy.
And also from me and my sister had a rap group. And then it just went from
what was the name of the group?
It was Too Deep. It was called Too Deep.
Okay.
Lady Love Ski and F.Lee.
Word.
Yeah.
Did you guys make any like tapes or any like?
We never made a tape, but
okay.
we performed at the different places, venues like the Black Festival.
Right. When it was huge.
Back when it was huge.
Yeah.
I think we was the first like rap group to ever perform at the Black Festival when it was at Junkins Park. But yeah, we did
Crazy.
that. Hollywood Underground, the Fun Fest. We would do the Bubbling Brown Sugars because we both went to Garfield.
Man, you getting into some serious Seattle history.
Yeah. So yeah,
Okay.
but she was the rapper back then. Though I wasn't rapping, I was just doing the beatbox for her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
so I was just the beatbox.
Okay, you talking about some real b-boy shit. Okay, tagging, beatboxing.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Breaking, pop locking. That's what we was into.
Right.
Growing up, I feel like Seattle was heavily influenced by New York.
Right.
When they
Definitely.
come to the hip hop game, and that's what got me attracted to it by hearing like Grandmaster Flash and and then I took more of a liking to artists like Biz Markie. That's where the beatboxing came in at.
Right.
Big Daddy Kane. You know what I'm saying? KRS-One. But one of my favorite rappers who I looked up to the most was Rakim.
Okay.
Because of the lyricism, it seemed like he was just ahead of his time, So yeah.
That kind of explains your style. And of course, it's not exactly his style, but it's a real straightforward, like Novocaine. Like just chill out. It's gonna work. You know what I'm saying?
And always try to slip some bars in there.
Right. Yeah. Definitely. Yeah. Definitely got bars. That's without question. Yeah. Okay. So old school b-boy. So now clearly when that happens, you're with a crew. Right, so from what I know, it's D.Dub or DWC.
Right.
What's that stand for?
Down with the crew.
Down with the crew.
Yeah.
Man, tell me a little bit about that, bro.
D.Dub, that's how it originated. It originated from, as far as the graffiti and the tagging. So there was crews before D.Dub.
Right.
There was like EDA and like I had a crew called SEC, the South End crew.
Okay.
Me, Leroy Brown, Risk One, rest in peace.
Yeah, Risk
We had
One,
a crew called the South End City Folks.
Okay.
But when D.Dub hit, it stuck.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like for some reason D.Dub just stuck. You know what I'm saying? And everybody was tagging it.
Right.
We was represented, and at the time, it kind of went from doing the graffiti thing to like the gang stuff kind of came into play too.
Yeah, because that was when gang showed up like 87,
86,
right?
Yeah,
and so you guys were just a b-boy crew, but then it kind of went over.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
and and that's where I kind of made that transition from tagging and doing graffiti. We hitting shops and doing stuff like that, bro. Like being involved in that criminal activity,
yeah,
whatever.
Get them Adidas
Snatching,
sweatsuits.
exactly. Rocking the shield toes with the fat laces and the Kangos and all that. The sheepdogs and all that. And I actually got a song called Old School. You know what I'm saying? I wanna let you guys hear that joint too, and it kind of envelops all of that. You know what I'm saying? It talks about the whole everything we discussing. It talks about literally everything. But so I started a hood that I started representing called South Juno.
Okay.
Right off of Orchid Street.
Yeah.
Back in '87. You know what I'm saying? And to a certain extent, it's my history, but to a certain extent, I'm kind of not proud of it in a way.
I got you.
Because of how it
kind of
people
developed,
lost their lives because of it, and it kind of took off. Like everybody started their own different gangs. It went from South Juno to the South Horton, Deuce 8, East Union. And next thing you know, it was a whole bunch of different gangs in the town. You know what I'm saying? So, but that was the first one. The one that I started in.
Yeah, that's in the South End.
Exactly, that's in the South End, right off of Orchis. But yeah, man, and I started, gang banging. It went from being b-boys to gang banging. And and because of that, I wound up catching I caught a murder case.
Word.
Back when I was 16, 17 years old. Yeah, and they declined on me as a juvenile and tried me as an adult.
Oh, man.
You know what I'm saying? But 2 days into the trial, because it was really a self-defense type of case. Somebody tried to get on me, so I get back at them. You know what I'm saying? And by the time the trial was about to start, they reduced the charges to a manslaughter.
Oh, okay.
To where second-degree manslaughter, so I played out to that. They gave me 75 months. Yes, sent me to Column Bay. Okay. But this whole time that I'm involved in the streets and doing what I'm doing, I'm still rapping. Like I'm rapping and I'm still involved with the hip hop scene, with the with the homies and doing shows with my sister and stuff like that. So I never really, the essence of hip hop has always been in me, and it never went nowhere. Even when I was in prison, I'm battling on the big yard and writing songs in my cell. Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, so it's deep, man.
So hip hop was, even from the very beginning, it was still a constant, no matter what you was doing, through b-boying, through gang banging, through whatever criminal activity. Like it was, but hip hop was always there.
Always there,
right?
Yeah.
See, that's
it's
a story.
Been like
with
my best friend, man. Like it like hip hop for me and just music in general, it's kept me company like through a lot of dark nights. I released a lot of stress and tension. You know what I'm saying, through my music. And being like, even doing time, like sitting in the cell and, your mind be wondering about what's going on the streets with your loved ones and different things of that nature.
Definitely.
And I was able to release a lot of stress and anguish and pain and stuff that I was dealing with while I was locked up through my music.
Right.
And couldn't wait to write a song, hit the yard, and have cats come out and, get in a circle and listen to me spit what I wrote,
Yeah, I mean, straight up performance.
Straight up performance, yeah.
Dig it. Man, that's deep. See, a lot of people don't know like the timeline and the history, mostly even of Seattle. Let alone just early hip hop in the city. And you're one of few. You know what I'm saying? Who came from the very beginning of that. So that's why it's a pleasure to talk to you. Because I get like. I get into like the crafties and the frame and you know what I'm saying. Voice One used to make the beats. You know what I'm saying. So,
hey, Crafty, I got a story about Crafty.
Oh, word. Let's hear it.
Me and my sister, like this is back when I wasn't rapping. Right, my sister was the rapper. So there was a contest that they had at the Hollywood Underground, and whoever won the contest had the opportunity to fly out to New York, meet up with Run DMC, and potentially sign a recording contract.
Okay.
Yeah, and when we got up there, me and my sister, we doing our thing, and she kind of like choked up on one of the, bro. But I kept doing the beat, and we kept it rolling, you know what I'm saying? But we came in second place. I want to say Crafty won, but we left before the winner was announced.
Because you was like,
I was like, man, you know what I mean? Because we found out later that we were second.
Right,
how
we
still come in second? That tell you how dope we really was.
Right.
Yeah, but Crafty, that's been my dude from way back in the day. I was just FaceTiming him and a partner of mine maybe like 3 or 4 days ago.
Yeah, I'm hoping to have Crafty on the show soon. It was funny because I was trying to a while ago I was trying to make a like this kind of OG like cipher kind of song, right? So I sent him and Envy the song. They hijacked the song and made a whole song to it. It's like, yeah, man, no, just go ahead and take that. Don't worry about, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, because I want to like charge and like I was gonna try to get like vitamin D, you know, so charge it the same thing. He made it. Yeah, it was like he sent it back. It was like, yeah, man, you should just let me get it. I'm like, what? Wait a minute.
Wow.
And then wound up with it. I just played it on my last radio show. I was
real?
like, because
you ain't on it.
Who? Huh?
You ain't on it.
Who, me?
You was just putting.
No, I put the beat together.
Okay, gotcha.
Because see, that's one thing about me. Like, I never rap. Like, I was always making beats.
Doing the beats.
So I tried to put it together, but they just hijacked the beat.
Wow, that's cold,
my
man.
guy, man.
That's cold.
So
them is all my old school. I know all the guys. Yeah,
no, because I mean, me being a little bit younger, like that's who I saw. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, you know,
exactly. Yep.
So I mean, that's why I really want people to really. Understand, you know what I'm saying?
Origin of this hip hop.
Definitely.
Yeah. I just sent Frame a song maybe like a month ago. So I'm waiting on him to send that back. It's like over the years, people been really wanting us for some reason to do a song together.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like that's been like the talk of the town for years and we never did it. So me and him, we always talked about it. And yeah, bro, but we just never did it. So I finally just shot him a song called Danger Zone. I sent it to him. One of my younger partners named K1. I don't know if you heard of K1.
I know K1. Yeah.
K1, and then
Shout out
another
K1.
brother that I think is real dope too. He's up and coming. His name is All Pro Go. Okay. If you look him up, he's pretty dope too. And so I'm just waiting on him to send it back.
Man, see, that's good stuff right there. Yeah. Man, shout out Crafty. So tell me this. I was reading in your bio how you said you were a cancer survivor. Right?
Yeah.
Can you tell me like about that? Like, because I know you're really about to kind of get on like a soapbox of sorts and really like put it out there, and advocate against cancer.
Right.
So can you tell me about that?
Okay, so to go into detail about it, I was using the restroom one day. You know what I mean? And it was like blood in my feces, bro.
Oh wow.
So I go to urgent care the next morning, right? And so they did a test on me and they seen it was swollen, some swelling around my stomach and my colon or whatever. So they referred me to this guy named Dr. Donner, a really good doctor, bro. He's a beast and he does colonoscopies.
Right.
Black folks, man, when we hit a certain age, we need to go in and get checked because you never know what the food.
2 weeks ago, I just did it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so
I mean, it has to be done.
They went in, did mine, and found I had stage 2 colon cancer.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I was diagnosed in January 11th of last year.
Really?
They immediately started the process of radiation treatment, chemotherapy.
Oh, wow. You
had me
went through all
taking
that.
pills. Yeah, I went through it all. And they removed the cancer in July. You know what I'm saying? But they still kept me. They put a port in my chest to continue to inject the chemo liquid in me.
Okay.
Because once they remove the cancer and they do the different x-rays and check your body out, there's still a chance that there's undetected cancer cells in your body. So in order for them to get rid of those, you have to continue on with some chemo. And man, when they do the chemo treatments, bro, they do it every 3 weeks. Your whole body just locks down, like you can't move. You know what I'm saying? It's like your whole body is sore. So yeah, it was painful. And
wow.
So I just recently did my last treatment like a month ago.
Oh, okay.
So now all I do now is I get monitored. They're gonna monitor me for like the next 5 years. Every 3 months I go in, they check out my body, and do different blood tests. They like take my blood and do all this different stuff to make sure that it don't come back.
Right.
God willing, it don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. But I wanted to kind of touch on it because when I first found out I had it, it didn't really hit me until later on because I never had to deal with nothing like this in my life, obviously. But now I just want to kind of share that information with the public.
Definitely.
And there's a lot of people out there who have family members that's dealing with cancer. A friend of mine named Johnny, he's on a couple of my albums. They call him Mr. Rossi.
Okay.
Good friend of me, Funk Daddy, and everybody.
Right.
You know,
Shout
he
out Mr.
just
Rossi.
passed away. Yeah.
Yeah.
Rest in peace. So,
Okay.
yeah, it's a devastating disease, man, and you know, so you know, I think it's important for people who have cancer
Mm-hmm.
or who have had family members with cancer, you know, to advocate and speak on that.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
you know, and get it out there.
Yeah, I mean, even like my father, he was getting prostate exam, you know, regular, and they found cancer and they took it out. The whole point is that even you got to do it. You have to get examined, or even if something happens to you, you got to go to the doctor.
Right.
You know, we don't like going to the doctor.
That's the thing. Yeah, brothers don't like going to the
We
doctor.
don't,
Black
you
folks,
know?
man. Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, you know, anybody feeling any kind of way, go check on it. You know, because I mean, sitting right here next to me is an example.
Exactly. So if you see, just to speaking to the public, you know, I know we on a podcast, so and eventually people are going to see this. So if you know, you have any of the symptoms that I'm speaking about, you know, if you see blood in your feces, or you know, you feel like weak on a regular basis, then go in and get that checked out, because a lot of times it's not just a regular checkup.
Yeah.
You know, they got to go a little bit deeper. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And you know, they would have never found it if I wouldn't have, you know, spoke about the symptoms that I was having. So, you know, that's important to get
Very
that out
important.
there. Yeah.
Well, man, shout out to you for having gone through that, and I really hope that that's the end of it.
Yeah,
you
me
know?
too. Yeah. I'm involved in a couple support groups that I, you know, that
What
I'm
were they
with
called?
online. Cancer Anonymous.
Okay.
That's one of the groups. You can like Google that online, and it's a real good group. You know, you get on there, you talk to different people that's going through the same things that you're going through, and it kind of gives you strength, and you build a connection with a community of people that, you know, are like-minded and have gone through the same things that you're going through. So, you know, that was important for me too, to have that support group.
Yeah.
You know, it was crazy because some of my family, it's like they didn't really know how to react to it.
Right.
You know, people that you think are gonna be the first ones on the front line, calling you, checking on you, coming to see you, they're like, you know, kind of distancing themselves from you. Like, why are you?
Not sure. Yeah.
Exactly. You know, and you thinking like, damn, do they want me to die or something?
Right.
And then some of the people you least expect are the ones stepping up
Step
to the
up to-
plate.
yes,
Yeah,
that's-
coming
it
to check
always
on you.
happens like
yeah,
that.
man. So, you know, but yeah, I made it through with prayer and the people that was supporting me and or whatnot. So yeah, man, God is good, and I'm still here, and you know what I mean. Yeah,
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Man, did you know that like your early, I think it was like maybe your first album is like, I mean, like Germany and Japan, like they want that joint. Like
Yeah.
they call me.
Oh, they did.
Yeah, they hit me because so like a long time ago, because me and my brother, we put out Squeak,
Okay.
right? And so
Squeak Nutty Bud.
Squeak Nutty Bud.
Okay, yeah, I know Squeak.
So we put that out, and then, you know, it kind of became like a collector's item out there, and they started asking for it. We didn't have any more, and so, you know, like the price on it started going up and all this stuff, and people were looking for it. But then this guy from Germany hit me with a list, and it was like Crafty was on there. Somebody like 2 days ago hit me about Sweet Pea.
Sweet Pea.
You know what I'm saying?
From Duce. Yeah,
And
that's
you.
my guy too. Yeah.
Yeah. And you was on there too, and one day I was talking to this guy from France, because he wants to like, they like to license and try to do like vinyl and stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah.
And I was like, so why you guys want these records so bad? Like, you know, because this is like literally a small, well, it's not a small town, but it's a city, you know, on the upper part of the map.
Yeah.
And he's like, man, we just like what you guys are talking about. You know what I'm saying? They're like, basically what he was like, yeah, we believe you. You know?
Yeah.
But that's the thing about us, like it's believable.
Right.
Like you were saying before, like you pretty much do whatever you rap about, you know what I'm saying, or vice versa.
Yeah.
You know, and of course, you know, they like the beats and stuff. Funk Daddy is like, you know, the heartbeat
Platinum
of that.
producer.
Yes, sir. Yo, what's happening? RC the Trackaholic from the Cide Show. I'm gonna let you guys know about our new sponsor. It's called NA11 Everything Rub. Okay, it's salty, tangy, sweet with the kick of heat. You can put it on anything. It's non-GMO. It's gluten-free. All you have to do is go to their website, na11everythingrub.com, and just put in your order. All right, you can put it on anything. You can put it on steak, you can put it on ribs, you can put it on popcorn. I messed around, put it on my top ramen. It was kicking. And you just go to their website and put in your order. All right, once again, na11 everything rub. Okay, you got the regular rub, you got the not so spicy, you got the spicy, you got the marinade, and you can just do what you do. Put it on things. Put it on something. All right. Once again, RC the Trackaholics, come out. Your music and some of our music, has like taken this life of its own, and I think from what this guy was telling me, that lingo and that language and what was going on at that time in the 90s with us, they just like it. Yeah. And like with you, like when you're rapping these stories and like telling what it is, I mean, it's straightforward. You know what I'm saying? Right. It's understandable, and it paints a picture in your head. That's what's dope about it. Right. So, but did you know about that? I didn't know about that, but I know that with this last single that I put out, and since I really caught on to like the streaming game and whatnot, a lot of my music is when I look at the places that's listening to my music and streaming stats, it is like Germany, UK, Africa, China, different places like that. I got a big following in the west side of Chicago, Phoenix, Arizona, Orlando, different places like that. So yeah, and I take pride, I'm not gonna lie, in writing real life, heartfelt music. I think that's what resonates with the fan base the most. When you being honest in what you write about, and you're not making up a bunch of lies or whatever, because people can see through that. You know what I'm saying? And I've been like that since day one. Yeah. I've been like that since day one. I wouldn't even feel right. I can't be comfortable sitting down writing a song that doesn't have some truth to it. Right. Even if it's just a club song or something like that, or I'm talking about females or whatever, it's still gonna be, it's gonna have some truth, some major truth. That. Yeah. See, that's what's the benefit of being, for lack of a better term, an OG. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta stick to this guideline. I got hella money. I got this car. I'm stealing your girl. You know what I'm saying? That you don't have to do that. Nah, you know what I'm saying? That's not that. And then those songs are okay to hear about that every now and then. But when a person actually goes out and buys my album, I want to have like an assortment of music that resonates with the consumer, like when they hear the music, it's gonna be something on there for everybody, and not one of those albums that you gotta keep fast forwarding to finally find a song and be like, man, it was only one cut on the whole album. That sucks. I put my all into what I write about. Sometimes it take a minute for me to write a song because I'm so like serious and articulate about putting it together in the proper way. Okay. What I want to do is I want to get into this snippet that you been pushing. Okay. What's up with F.Lee? Is that right? Yeah, it's Funk Daddy. Shout out Funk Daddy. He sent me a beat. The beat, the old Pac beat. You know what I'm saying? It's a Tupac beat, but he kind of put his own little twist on it. I forgot the name of that song. Where the beat comes from. I'm sitting here. That's what I was thinking while I was trying to talk about it. Let me see. Ambitions of a Rider. Exactly. Yeah, that Ambitions of a Rider beat. And as soon as he sent it, I started writing to it. You know what I'm saying? And we had talked about it being the lead single, but it wound up being the third single. And so that's what, the video, I shot the video, we recorded it, mastered it, I shot the video, and my videographer just sent me a snippet of what he's doing because he's not totally finished editing it yet. But once it's done, that's the next one that I'm about to post. Okay. I'm gonna play a little bit of it real quick. I be running laps till I'm running rap, but I don't want no help, ain't no fun in that. Real street nigga, no blemishes on my record. Get out of pocket with me, and I'ma check you. Hood legend, well respected inside. F.Lee, what you need, I'm connected like Wi-Fi. Yeah. Trees gon' keep blowing, dope gon' keep selling, and hoes gon' keep hoeing. Liquor gon' keep hoeing, killers gon' keep sliding. God gon' keep living, and niggas gon' keep dying.
They gave my uncle 30 years at 50. He'd have took the deal, he would have came home at 60. Allahu Anam, he just called for a jug. We chopped it up about the dean. I put his...
Yeah, so that was the new snippet, the new single, the new video. So tell me about the album.
Okay, the album
that it's on.
The album that it's on. The album that it's on is called, it's my 5th album.
Okay.
It's called A Long Story Short.
5th album.
Yeah, my 5th one, man. We started out with the lead single called Don't Tell Him. The beat, it was produced by a young up-and-coming producer called D.Pro.
Okay.
Out of Seattle. He lives out in the north end. He has a studio out there. And,
all right.
So we released that one. I didn't release that one on all digital platforms because at the time I wasn't really too familiar with how to like put it out. But I wanted to put something out. So then the second single, which is Pain, the one that's that I had up, it did over 20,000 views on YouTube. It did pretty well. And so we went through DistroKid to put that one out. And because it did so well, now I want to release this one through the same digital format.
Okay.
And yeah, and so that's what I wanted to do. I want to release about 4 singles before I actually drop the album.
Yeah, definitely.
Give people a taste of what the album is going to entail. You know?
That's a great plan. Like most people, like they don't really do that anymore.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like, you know, give them a little this and that. You know what I'm saying? Have something to look forward to. You know, now they just drop an album. You don't even know it was out.
Don't even know it was out.
You know, but you know that's definitely a great plan.
Yeah, it's changed a lot from when I first like actually came into the game. I would, you know, record an album, and then me and Funk Daddy, we would, you know, he pressed the CDs up at the studio. I'd go by, pick the CDs up, sell them out the trunk of my car. And that's how I used to hustle the music because there was no internet or whatever.
Yeah, they'll never know about that.
Never know, yeah. And so, but I used to, what I will say is off of all the albums that I've ever put out, I've always recouped the money I put into them and more.
Okay.
Because I grind them, I sell them, and I go out and I push them, and I do shows, and I get paid for the shows. So it's just been my downfall for the most part. It's been going in and out of jail, bro.
Right.
To be honest with you, living the stuff that I'm actually rapping about, you know, and getting locked up and then not telling to be released. So now I got to sit in there and do my time until my release date. So, but yeah, now, you know, I'm staying out. I've been working. I got a 4-year-old daughter that I'm raising. Yeah. You know, and I'm looking at life kind of from a different perspective now, you know, especially with a new lease on life after just having cancer, you know.
I was literally going to ask you about that, but you said it. So but so you definitely, I mean, your life has changed, you know, and then so now you like, okay, I got to, you know, be out here and be around for this stuff to get done, you know.
Right, exactly.
And to be there for your daughter. So, yeah, okay.
So, yeah. Been trying to approach it like from a more business-minded perspective.
Definitely.
You know, started a clothing line.
Yeah. I was just about to ask you about that. So let's talk about it though.
Okay. Yeah. So it was really off of my actual first album of a friend of mine named Chris Bailey. They called him Skis. Yeah. You guys probably know Skis, old school. And he had drew the logo for the album cover. And so I took the logo because I started a group called the Puget Sound Hounds.
Right.
And took the logo and turned it into a clothing line and apparel line. And it's been doing pretty well.
Nice.
You know, it started doing so well, actually, I started an online store, and I was getting so many orders that I couldn't keep up.
Wow.
I was like a one-man band. Yeah. You know, I really needed a secretary or an assistant to actually help me out.
Shoot, that's always good.
I look on there one day, I'm like, hold up, I got like over 100 orders. But at this time, people are sending me their money.
Right.
It's not like
So you had to fulfill them.
Yeah, you put an order in, then you put a down payment, then I come and we fill the order, right? But now they're sending the whole, let me get 5 hoodies, 6 beanies. So now it's over like $2,000-$3,000 worth. So I had to shut the store down so I can like catch up on the orders or whatever. But now I just put on Facebook and on my Instagram page to hire an assistant. And I got about 7 or 8 resumes that just came in. So I'm gonna pick somebody that I want to hire. Okay. And then have an assistant, pay them the minimum wage, the $15 an hour to assist me. So
all right.
The store back up. Yeah, I got on a beanie. I wore a beanie for the label.
Yeah, I've been seeing
because I know Dave. He be into the graffiti. He was deep with that. So Skis, that's what he used to do.
Right.
You know, Skis can sit right there, just like I'm sure Dave can. Look at all of us and just and
just draw
draws.
it up, man.
You know what I'm saying? Draws, and it looked that had that graffiti look to it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I've always loved that type of artwork, man, since I was young. I had my own little character too, named Senile. So when I would do my name on the walls, I hit up Senile. It's like everybody had to have at least one character. You know what I'm saying? And that was his name, Senile. Yeah.
Yeah, that's one thing about like kind of like old school b-boys. Like their name is their tag. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, back in the day, I remember like the names. We used to compete with who could get up the most. So it was a dude named Frank. You see his tag everywhere. F.Lee, Sour. I know you guys seen Sour everywhere.
Right.
King Crime.
Right.
D2O. You know, we was like the lead.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Frame used to be up. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot of
Crafty tag?
Crafty used to tag, but he didn't really get up as much as us. We used to take walks from the CD to the north end to Lake City. We'd be everywhere. I'm talking about climbing up on bridges. Bro, you gonna fall. No, I'm not. Like trying to getting up. We used to call it getting up. I'm about to get up. You know, and then you put your tag up, and it went from just a little bitty pins into the big fat pilots where you could kind of make the calligraphy type of look. You know what I'm saying? Walk around, you had your little bag with your spray cans in there, and yeah. But Dave, I don't know how Dave used to, because he used to get up and do a whole.
What do you call like a burner?
Like,
is that what
man,
it's called?
how you do that? Huh?
Like it's called like a burner? Or,
yeah, bro. Had a pilots, and it was, we used to. It was crazy, man. I love that era, though. You know,
yeah, definitely. Ain't never gonna be nothing like that.
Chased. You put your name up like in the back of the bus on the white part, and when the bus go by, you look. I'm up. Look, I'm up. You start bragging about being up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the bus. You get off the bus before it take off. You tag on it, let it roll. Yeah, but you know what's crazy? I do a job now that we got a team that goes around and
they clean it off.
I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
A lot of that stuff, though, that you see that people write back when we was doing it, for some reason, the way we used to, like, people took pride in their tag. You know what I'm saying? So the tags used to look dope.
Yeah.
You know? Now it's like a bunch of scribbling, like people just, yeah.
Different heart back then.
Right.
Exactly. So they deserve it.
No, it just scribbling. Yeah, just scribbling. Yeah, man. So, yeah.
That's dope, though. I mean, that conversation is like it's rare and hardly ever had. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But yeah, man, shit, the '80s.
Yeah, I loved hip hop. The everything that was incorporated with hip hop, the graffiti, the break dancing, and the tag,
carrying the cardboard.
Yeah, the dressing, the way you dress, walking around with the radio, with the cardboard, and what's up? You calling people out. You know, put the cardboard down and start bopping, and you know what I mean? Yeah, bro. I miss all that.
Yeah, for real.
That's an era that we went through that these youngsters they'll never know. They see it on TV and be like wondering why some of the dances that they do now is kind of similar to that. You know, that's your origin. That's where it came from.
Definitely. So let's talk about this song "Pain," because like when I first heard it, it made me sad. Like I ain't gonna lie to you, I was like, oh my god, like but it was deep though.
Right.
But like, can you tell me like the place that song came from, like for you, because it was clearly heartfelt.
Yeah, that song, it originated from just going to multiple funerals. Yeah. You know, there was a lot of death in Seattle, and just like people getting killed, left and right. I was dealing with cancer. Yeah. Losing certain family members, and talking to other people that were going through the same thing. Right. And so one day I just sat down and I wrote the song to a different beat that Funk had sent me. Okay. And then come to find out, the beat he sent me, he had already actually sold it to somebody else, so I couldn't use that beat. But it was crazy because the new beat was better than the old beat. Yeah, sure. Yeah, and it went better with the song. Right, and, right. Yeah, and that's when I hear that song, it makes me teary eyed.
Well, I'm sure, yeah, because you're talking about like real people, like you're talking about people in your family, your friends. Yeah, so Yeah, I mean it's deep.
Yeah, and that's the effect that I wanted to have. Like if you actually go to my YouTube page and you look at the comments, that's what people are saying. Just what you said, you
Right,
know,
right.
that it resonated with them because everybody's lost a loved one, someone close to them, you know, and that's kind of what I had in mind when I wrote the song.
Right.
You know, I wanted people to be able to hear it. It resonated from a deep level, and it also is therapeutical.
Yeah.
You know, some lady called me one day on Facebook Messenger while she was on her way to a burial. She had went to the funeral, was going to the burial, and she said while she was in the back of the limo, she was checking her Facebook page, and she clicked on the song, and it took her to YouTube, and all of them was in there. She called me. They was singing. My heart. They was all singing the song.
Oh, word?
Yeah, they was like, we on our way to the burial, and we love your song. Oh my God! And
Wow.
you know, yeah, bro. They started. You know, they followed me on YouTube, left comments or whatever. So
That's what it's about.
that for me is what this is all about.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, because if you making money's one thing. A monetary gain that's cool. You know, we want to make money for what we do, and when you make money doing things that you love, it's like it's not even a job.
Right.
But at the end of the day, I want what I do to have an effect on the people that are listening to my music.
Dig it.
You know, I want them to be able to connect with me on that level. You know, because we all gotta die one day, man. You
Yeah,
know?
true.
And I want to leave a legacy of good music that people
Definitely.
can still listen to later on when I'm all said and dead and gone. You know.
You know, I was gonna play the song in the podcast, but I don't want to because I want people to go to your YouTube and listen to it.
Okay.
If that's okay.
Yeah, I mean, however you do it, just in a way that we can get as many people to hear it as possible. If you
I'd
think
rather
that's
do it
the
that
way
way.
to do it that,
Yeah.
then that's
So
the way I would.
so the name of the song is Pain, and it's on. What's the name of your actual channel, or is it on your channel?
F.Lee Music.
Okay, so F.Lee
F.Lee
Music.
yeah.
Go to F.Lee Music and listen to that song. You know,
Yeah, and the video is up. It's a visual.
Yeah, it's a
there's
video.
There's
That's
one
right.
up there with just the lyrics with the album cover.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Go see it because I was gonna play a snippet, but I like driving the traffic straight to the source. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
exactly. Yeah.
So that's that song. My brother Swing One was playing it on his show, and you were getting a lot of good feedback on there too.
Yeah, it went number one on
Is that Easeway?
on Cidewayz Radio.
Right. Shout out E-Dog.
It went number one. Actually, I just found out it went number one in Portland with Cool Nut and those guys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So and it's number two. It was number two on yours. I seen the list that you put out.
Right.
Yeah. So
Yeah, that's right.
yeah. That's kind of really, to be honest with you, that's been my most successful song because this has been the time since I've been out that I've actually like really locked all the way in to getting behind my music. You know, I've always loved to do music and I do it in a serious manner, but it's like when I finish the work, I don't get behind actually pushing it to where everybody can like get a whiff of what I'm doing.
Right,
You know,
right,
I
right.
just do it, press some CDs up, go out, sell them, and then it's on to the next. You know, but this time I've been like actually taking my time and taking each individual song and nurturing it. You know what I mean? And to do the build up for the album.
Dig it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like babies. Like
Exactly.
You gotta raise them.
Yeah. So
Man, I mean, this is deep. Like you, you put me through a lot of stuff, but really good information. I'm kind of going off the fly, but given like your life and like all the stuff that you've been through, if you came across 13-year-old, you know what I'm saying, kind of maybe going on the path that you have been on, or maybe, not going so well, what would you say to a young man like that, like right now?
I actually had that conversation with one of my nephews that, ran into a little bit of trouble, with the law or whatever.
Yeah.
What I would say is at being that age, you got your whole life ahead of you, right?
Definitely.
And the key for me, and I'm thinking back, to become as successful as you can be, education.
Definitely.
Like to take that youthful time in your life, go to school. You know what I'm saying? Like go to school, get as much education as you can, try to avoid being around the wrong people.
Definitely.
You see your so-called friends doing things that are morally wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then you do the opposite. So basically, to like stay in school, listen to the people around you that love you, that's nurturing you, that really want to see you become successful.
Yeah.
And you know, put your all into your education. You know, and it starts at that age. You know, and you know, we all gonna make mistakes. You know, and have our little hiccups in life or whatnot. But
Yeah.
you know, for the most part, that's the advice that I would give to a youngster that's coming up. If I look at myself back when I was that age,
Yeah.
you know, I would have listened to my mom, you know, when she said go to school, you know, like stay in school, quit skipping school, you know, boy, put that weed down, quit,
Right.
you know, you need to quit hanging around such and such. And I didn't listen. I kept hanging
None
around
of
such
us
and such.
did.
I kept smoking. I kept
Yeah.
drinking. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And so I would give them the same advice. You know what I'm saying? And then show them, you know, like really, because I believe in tough love too. So, you know, I could print out, you know, my arrest docket, my criminal dockets, the stuff that I've been through, really let them know, like, this is where this life's going to lead.
Right.
If you continue on this path, you're going to wind up dead,
Right.
or you're going to wind up in the penitentiary with a whole bunch of time.
Right.
You know, and once you become a criminal and you got a criminal record, it makes taking the education that you get that much harder to find a job with that
Right.
education. Because
Gotcha.
now you got a criminal record.
Yeah.
You know, you can have the best education in the world, but if you got a criminal record and you go apply for a job,
hire
you're not
you,
going to
yeah.
get hired.
Yeah.
So, you know, I would break it down from a whole lot of different elements and different perspectives. I got a 23-year-old son.
Oh,
so
okay.
I'll be on
yeah.
him. He works for Microsoft right now.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? Going
Yeah.
to the UW. So what you're talking about is what I actually went through with him.
Right.
You know, he was going down the wrong path. Actually, his last situation where he had actually been in some trouble, he went to the juvenile.
Oh, so
Right, he did a couple days, got out, and when he went back to court, I was at work. I was a delivery driver for Domino's Pizza. I left work early, came down there. They was so surprised to see a young black boy in court with his father.
Right.
Because they normally, when they go into court, they by themselves or they mama's in there. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So the judge happened to be a black judge. He was like, you know what? I'm gonna basically, he suspended what he was about to give him, because he was about to give him 60 days in juvenile.
Yeah.
So he suspended the sentence and put him on like a 6-month probationary period and told him if he didn't get in no more trouble, they was gonna wipe that off of his record and his juvenile record would be clean. And he did it. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Yeah, he did it, bro.
Yeah.
He graduated from out there in Linwood. From,
Nice.
From high school. He graduated. Yeah, bro. I was at his graduation, and it was a beautiful thing, man.
See, that's dope.
Started working. Don't
Yeah.
got no kids.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. So
Right.
he doing good.
That's wonderful.
That's one of my proudest moments in my life, to be
Right.
honest with you. You know, being able to have an impact on my son's life after all the stuff that I went through.
Right.
You know, for real. Because, you know, I look at myself as somebody who survived a lot, because a lot of my partners is dead.
Yeah.
Or they in the penitentiary with life sentences or strung out on drugs. You know, I can only name, like you was mentioning, Frame, Crafty. You know, these is dudes that I grew up with that's still out here, that's still, you know, relevant. You know what I mean, and still living life.
Yeah.
But a lot of our partners is no longer with us. You know,
Right.
So, you know, that's one of the things that I'm most proud of, is to have an impact on my son's life, to see him become successful as well. You know?
Yeah. Man, F.Lee, I don't know what else I could get out of you. I mean, like, yeah, you got you like, I mean, great interview. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I appreciate it.
I'll ask you this: what's next? I mean, you talked about some stuff. You know, you got an album coming out. What's the future of F.Lee's music and life look like?
Okay, so I'm glad you asked me that. That's a real good question. So right now, like I say, we're releasing the single, What's Up with F.Lee. Then the album will be coming after. I might do one more single. I've been kind of debating, going back and forth with that.
Okay.
But either another single after that and then the album. But and then I already got maybe another 4 albums recorded.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so yeah,
Okay.
I'm a workhorse, man. So I stay working. So also I'm trying to get a loan for my apparel line.
Yeah.
We kind of just turned down one loan because they were trying to like take over the whole company.
Oh, wow.
$50,000.
Right.
You know, like you want to invest $50,000, but you want to basically stripped me of my
Yeah, too
whole
much. Yeah.
of my whole company ownership. So, but I got my UBI number, I got my LLCs, I got all my paperwork
Right.
taken care of. So the future of F.Lee consists of opening up a store. You know, like I say, I got another online store I'm about to do, but opening an actual store, finding a good location for that. Trying to build a studio. You know what I'm saying? My daughter, you know, she's into music and stuff like that as well. And my son, he likes to do music. So get a studio for first and foremost for them, but also to run as a business, you know, to have people come in, record, pay to, you know, whatever, hire me like a couple in-house DJs. Cause I don't know how to make beats.
Right.
You know, unless I'm beatboxing.
You just,
something
oh,
like
you,
that.
you just stay in your lane.
Stay in my
Yeah.
lane.
Yeah, I feel you.
And so you really just push the apparel line, push that agenda, push the music. I'm getting older. I'm writing a book right now called All or Nothing.
Okay.
It's about a little over halfway done.
Nice.
I have a documentary coming out. You know what I'm saying, and it's gonna actually be called "What's Up with F.Lee."
Right.
And it's gonna be the videographer. His name is Bronx Dead Eyes, out of Bronx, New York.
Okay.
He's the one who actually does all of the filming for all of my videos too.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So I was introduced to him by Funk Daddy, and that was an introduction that really is panned out in a really great manner. He's become
good.
my friend.
That's good networking right there.
Yeah, he's become my friend more than just my, you know, somebody that shoots videos for me. And, so, you know, more videos, more music. We're trying different things with the apparel line. Like at first I started out with t-shirts. Now I got beanies. We got hoodies. I got some flip-flops coming with the logo on the top of the flip-flops.
That's going to be dope.
Yeah, for the summer for people. Yeah.
All right.
And it's the Puget Sound Hound apparel. I think it's the name of it is something that we all can identify with because we're all from the Puget Sound.
Definitely.
And, you know, that's why I made the mistake. I didn't bring you guys no apparel.
That's all right.
Yeah,
Well, I would just have to order
I would
it.
have brought you guys. So I got something in the trunk, but y'all got that
COVID
weight on you. So I didn't, you know what I'm saying? That'll be a waste of time to go get it out the trunk. But yeah, and just continue being a father, man, working and striving, trying to make some connections with different artists and people in the town that's trying to come together and have some continuity, you know, because you know, not to be a Debbie Downer, but like we spoke about before the actual this interview, you see a lot of kind of dissension amongst, you know, the people that do.
That's true.
They can make it out here in Seattle. For example, and I'm not going to say no names, but say like, you know, you might got one dude that can rap, but he's not really, it's kind of mediocre, right? Like he's not, you know, he's up and coming or whatever, but you got other artists that are actually established that's really proven that they can sell records and make good music.
Gotcha.
So this guy may have a connection with somebody that can put that other artist in position to where we can all get rich, you know, and then by the time this other artist actually becomes who he needs to be, the money will be there to actually invest more into him, but they don't think like that.
Right.
Everybody have their own selfish agendas for the most part. And so I'll be leaving Seattle once this COVID stuff is over. I got a couple connections out in New York and Atlanta to try to actually get my music heard on a global scale, you know. Yeah.
All right.
So, but that's what's up. The book is coming. The new album, the clothing line. We're gonna have different designs, you know, that we're playing with, and that's pretty much it. In the documentary. But I did a press release as well.
Okay.
We just sent to Q13, King 5, 4, and Channel 7. It's about basically, we shot like maybe 5 minutes of footage, but my videographer, you know, he's a busy guy. But he walked around with me, came to my cancer treatments, a couple of my cancer treatments with me. Kind of doing what we're doing now. You know, I had some Q&As and we discussed, and once it's all done, we're gonna put it out as a documentary, you know, and speaking about, you know, the origins of hip hop. Just about kind of the things that we touching on as well, about the cancer, about the music and the clothing line, and the fatherhood, and, you know, and the criminal background. You know, like I was facing 3 strikes, you know, at one point because I got 2 strikes from when I was growing up. You know? And I've lived with 2 strikes since 1996.
Wow.
Yeah, bro.
That's a long time.
2 strikes since 1996, and you know, and I've been in jail actually looking at my third strike twice, and happened to beat the case. One case got dismissed. I was released. Another one got reduced to a misdemeanor charge, and I was able to get released as well. So,
Right.
yeah, man, and knock on wood, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because, with the cancer, the strikes and all that, I'm still here with you guys, able to tell my story, and that's a blessing.
Take that. Yeah, it sure is.
A blessing.
Well, F.Lee, I'm gonna let you go, man.
Okay.
Thank you so much for coming by.
Yeah, my pleasure. My pleasure.
Good luck to you on everything. You know what I'm saying? You got
appreciate
good
it.
stuff going on all the way around. Good luck to your and blessing to your family.
Appreciate it.
And man, it's good stuff, man. I can't wait for your next music to come out. We're gonna pick that up. Make sure you go check
Definitely.
out that video, Pain.
Yeah, everybody can follow me on
That's right. Yeah,
Yeah,
please shout that out. All
F.Lee.
your everything.
exactly
Yeah.
on Instagram. I'm under F.Lee 206.
Okay.
Facebook F.Lee Brooks.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? On Twitter F.Lee 206.
All right.
And on YouTube, you can go to my YouTube page. It's under F.Lee Music.
F.Lee Music.
All my videos are on there. I have like maybe 5 visuals, and then the rest is just you can hear the music. I'm on SoundCloud under F.Lee Brooks as well.
Are you on like are you doing Spotify and Apple and all that stuff
I'm
too?
on Spotify.
Okay, so major-
Spotify,
okay.
yep. F.Lee 206 on Spotify. Really every digital platform. If you put my name in, I'm on pretty much everything from Deezer to
Okay, yeah.
Spotify, yeah,
Right,
to
okay.
iTunes.
Because you got the distribution going.
Right, exactly.
Okay, got you. Yeah.
Check me out, and it's heartfelt music,
Oh, it definitely
Stuff
is,
that,
yeah.
that'll resonate with people, Put my all into it. Yeah, I appreciate the interview though.
Man.
Yeah, and being able to
Nothing.
see Dave. Yeah, man. I ain't seen Dave, and it's been a minute, man. I was a little kid. For real, I was like a freshman at Garfield High School.
Wow.
Yeah, bro. Yep, I looked up to bro, like, cause he had that artwork. I used to be like, man, who did that? And they
Yeah.
like, man, the white dude did that. I couldn't
white
believe it. I
dude.
said, what? Man, he got the soul of a brother. Like, yeah. And then him and my sister Lisa got cool.
Right.
Yeah, she was like, yeah, Dave is dope. He be, I want him to. She actually, when she put her first, she wanted to put out an album and have you do the artwork. And we never. Yeah, back then, that was back in the day. Yeah, when she was doing it. Yeah. Oh yeah, trying to get on, for real.
Showing up at the house.
Yeah, exactly.
Hilarious.
It's the soul of a brother. What Lee said.
I could draw.
Yeah, I can draw. Yeah.
Well, look, on that note, we're gonna get up out of here. Once again, RC the Trackaholic, the Cide Show. Shout out Vibrant Music. Shout out Ed Dumas. Shout out Dave Toledo. Shout out F.Lee. Shout out HHNS. The app where you go and you got radio on there. You got hip hop news. We got blogs. We got what else we got? We got
magazines.
Magazine. We got
The podcast.
everything's on there. Go to go download the app. HHNS Hip Hop News Source. And we are up out of here. The Cide Show. Peace.
I'm with it.